The training hall of the Galactic Defense Academy buzzed with the usual pre-combat chatter. Cadets from a dozen star systems checked their equipment, their armor gleaming with the latest nanotechnology and energy-dispersing alloys. Tiana stood quietly in the corner, fastening the worn straps of her combat suit, a relic by anyone's standards. Is that polymer plating? A Crithian cadet's mandibles clicked in amusement, his crystalline armor reflecting the overhead lights in prismatic patterns. Tiana didn't look up. She'd heard it all before. I think it's from a museum, another voice chimed in. This one belonged to a Velthari female whose bioadaptive armor shimmered like liquid mercury. Did Earth send you here as a joke? Peter, standing near the equipment lockers, winced. He tried to warn Tiana that showing up in old Earth military gear would draw attention. The Academy prided itself on cutting-edge technology, and Tiana's armor looked like it had survived a war, because it had. The dented chest plate bore scorch marks that no amount of polishing could erase. The shoulder guards were mismatched, one clearly salvaged from a different set. The helmet, scratched and faded, still displayed a unit designation in chipped paint. Terra Defense Corps, 3rd Fleet. Attention! The training hall fell silent as Instructor Vexnor entered, his scaled form towering over even the tallest cadets. The Saurian War veteran had trained 3 generations of elite soldiers, and his reputation preceded him. Today, you face the Crucible. Full combat simulation. No safety protocols beyond life preservation. This is as real as it gets without actual bloodshed. The cadets shifted nervously. The Crucible had a 30% failure rate. Pair exercises. You'll be assigned a partner. Vexnor's eyes swept the room, pausing momentarily on Tiana's armor. Something flickered across his reptilian features. Was it recognition? The scenario. Hostile territory extraction under enemy fire. Begin. Tiana found herself paired with Peter, which was a small mercy. They'd trained together back on Earth, before the Academy. He wore standard-issue Academy armor, sleek and efficient. But he knew better than to underestimate her. The simulation materialized around them. A ruined cityscape under a crimson sky, the air thick with smoke. Plasma fire lit up the darkness. Their objective marker pulsed 3 kilometers away. Your move, museum piece. The Crithian cadet taunted over the open channel before charging forward with his partner, their advanced armor systems highlighting threats and optimizing their path. Tiana and Peter moved differently. While others relied on their armor's AI to guide them, Tiana read the terrain like a language she'd learned in blood. She gestured to Peter, and they slipped into the shadows, avoiding the main thoroughfares. You're doing the Titan's run approach, Peter whispered, recognition dawning. Something like that, Tiana replied, her voice tight. The first wave of simulated enemies appeared. Mechanical drones with live ammunition turned to training rounds. The other cadets engaged head-on, their energy shields absorbing the impacts. Efficient. Textbook. Tiana dropped to one knee, her armor groaning. Peter moved to cover her, but she waved him off. Her gauntlet, ancient by galactic standards, split open, revealing a manual targeting system. She acquired 3 drones in rapid succession and fired her kinetic rifle. 3 shots. 3 kills that NO energy signature. No warning. Just ballistic efficiency. How did you? Peter started, but explosions cut him off. The Crithian cadets team had triggered a trap, their energy shields overloading from concentrated fire. Tiana was already moving, Peter following close behind. They navigated the kill zone like ghosts, her armor's lack of advanced systems actually working in their favor. No electronic signature to track. No energy emissions to target. Halfway to the objective, they encountered the scenario's main threat. A war construct, a simulated enemy that had been designed after the machines used in the Terminus War. Peter's blood ran cold. He'd only read about these in history files. The other cadets tried to engage it. Their modern armor systems screamed warnings, trying to calculate optimal attack vectors. The construct adapted to each energy signature, evolving its defenses in real time. But Tiana didn't hesitate. She charged forward, and Peter saw something he'd never fully appreciated before. Her armor wasn't just old. It was designed specifically for this. Every scorch mark told a story. Every dent was a lesson learned. She moved with brutal efficiency, her armor's manual systems responding to muscle memory rather than AI prediction. The construct's adaptive protocol struggled to track something so primitive, so human. Tiana slid under its scanning field, placed a magnetic charge on its core with practiced precision, and rolled clear. The explosion lit up the simulation. Exercise complete. Vexnor's voice cut through the chaos. The simulation froze, then dissolved. The training hall rematerialized around them. Tiana stood, breathing hard, her old armor still intact despite taking hits that would have drained modern shield systems. Around her, cadets with far superior equipment nursed injuries and system failures. Vexnor approached Tiana slowly, his eyes fixed on her chest plate. Specifically, on the unit designation. Terra Defense Corps, 3rd Fleet, he read aloud. The hall went silent. The Titans run. Tiana straightened, meeting his gaze. You were there, Vexnor continued, his voice carrying a weight that made even the most arrogant cadets pay attention. The battle that turned the tide. When Earth's forces held the Terminus line against the Devourer swarm for 72 hours with equipment a century behind galactic standard. They mocked us for sending primitives with ballistic weapons and polymer plating. His tail swept the floor in what Peter recognized as a Saurian gesture of respect. Until those primitives saved 17 colony worlds. The Crithian cadet's mandibles hung open. Her armor isn't outdated. Vexnor addressed the assembled cadets. It's proven. Every scratch is a lesson. Every modification is battlefield innovation. While you rely on systems that can be hacked, jammed, or overloaded, Earth soldiers learn to fight with tools that simply work. He turned back to Tiana. How long did you serve? For years, sir. Until the ceasefire. And you still wear the armor. It kept me alive then. It'll keep me alive now. Vexnor's expression was unreadable, but Peter saw the subtle nod of approval. The galaxy mocked Earth's military technology. Some still do. But we, those of us who fought alongside them, we learned what human stubbornness combined with primitive reliability could accomplish. He addressed the hall again. Advanced technology is a tool, but victory belongs to those who know how to fight when the tools fail. As the cadets dispersed, humbled and thoughtful, Peter caught up with Tiana. You never told me you were at Titan's Run. Tiana adjusted her helmet, tucking it under her arm. You never asked. That armor, it's legendary. It's just armor, Peter. What matters is who wears it. She smiled slightly. Though I admit, the look on that Crithian's face was worth every joke I've endured. As they walked toward the equipment bay, Peter glanced at his own pristine academy armor and made a mental note. Sometimes the best technology wasn't the newest. It was the kind that had been tested in the fires that shook the galaxy and emerged scarred but unbroken, just like the humans who wore it.